So what's up, boys? My name's Hoods, and I said before that I'm probably gonna make a video like this over and over again, but I guess this is different, but it's pretty much the same thing. So in case you guys have been living under a rock, Dan Schneider basically had a whole documentary series against him, or not really Dan Schneider in particular, but just Nickelodeon in general. And if you guys don't know, Nick has had multiple pedophiles work with them, has had multiple scandals with that. Not Nick in general, Disney Channel as well, but mostly Nickelodeon. This is what the documentary is on. But enough of me yapping. Let me just get right into this. Okay, so a while back, I don't know how long ago, HBO has released a new documentary called Quiet on Set. It talks about all the people back in like the 90s, the Zoe 101 days. They got like niggas from 1990s, basically early 2000s, that type of era. And it talks about the kind of the scandals, like on how the kids were and how they were mistreated. And it's pretty sad to watch. It's very sad to watch. And I'm just happy that I've never done anything with Hollywood. I don't think I'd ever put my kids in Hollywood to begin with, because I don't want them being scummy child actors that do drugs and overdose and maybe die or something like that. You know, that's happened multiple times. Child actors over and over again have sadly not had I've had the best of I've had the best of times, because being exposed to that type of environment over and over again at a young age is not good for anybody, especially for a child actor that has that type of power and has that type of money. But that's besides the point. And in this documentary, we see Dan Schneider specifically. And if you guys don't know who Dan Schneider is, because some of you guys might be young and not have watched the Nickelodeon shows, other than like maybe Henry Danger or Game Shakers, if you're a fucking weirdo, he was the producer of basically all of the Nickelodeon hit sitcoms. So I'm just gonna name them off, like all that, fucking Zoe 101, The Amanda Show, fucking most notably Victorious and iCarly. Those ones are probably you guys know. But he was a producer, and not even like recently, but like even going back to 2018, people were calling him like a weirdo. Because I'm not gonna lie, as a kid, I wasn't paying too much attention to it, because I thought like this shit was mad funny. Like when all the Victorious characters were talking about their titties and shit, I was like, damn, I love titties, nigga. I'm 12 years old, bro. I love titties. And it's kind of weird because those actors were under the age of 18 while they were talking about that stuff. So I guess the proof is in the pudding. But they were talking about how Dan Schneider really sexualized minors in his shows, and he did. He did. I'm not gonna lie to you. He did. Over and over again, he did. Look at what he did to fucking Ariana Grande. He made this bitch fucking jerk off a potato, and like I'm not gonna lie to you. That shit's weird. That shit's just weird. I don't know how they let that get past the censors. I don't know how they let that happen. I don't know why they would let that happen, and I don't know why nobody looked at it weird. But that's besides the point. And most notably, people have said that Dan Schneider has had a foot fetish, which could be true. I mean, granted, the Nickelodeon icon, or not icon, the Nickelodeon logo is a foot. So, I don't know if he had anything to do with that. He might have. Doesn't really matter, in my opinion. But he had a lot of feet stuff, a lot of feet stuff, and Victorious, especially my nigga, in iCarly, bro. The intro literally had Sam and not Sam, yeah, Sam Puckett or Jeanette McCurdy and Miranda Cosgrove wiggling their little toes in the camera with faces on them. So I don't know if Dan Schneider was busting nuts to that, but he's a sick individual if he was. I'm not gonna lie to you, he was. But I really want to clarify something, and that is that Dan Schneider, other than the two other people or the three other people that were talked about that actually did get charged with the crimes that they committed, Jason Handy, Brian Peck, and I forgot the other guy's name. These people actually did have sexual relations with a minor, or did do something lewd with a minor. So these people are two convicted pedophiles and two convicted sex offenders. Dan Schneider, even in the documentary, it's kind of half and half. One, he was a terrible person. Terrible. He was an abusive person. That's one. He abused his position and power, He got massages from the female co-stars, underage or of age. But was he a pedophile by the law? Not. He was not a pedophile. He was a weirdo. He was a misogynist. He was an asshole, and he would make the child stars cry. But he was not a pedophile. So I don't want to. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that any one of the actors did get sexually assaulted by Dan Schneider, because they didn't. No, um, no child actor came out and said that Dan Schneider was the one who sexually assaulted them. No one has said anything about Dan Schneider sexually assaulting. But what they did say was that he was a terrible person. And I'll say that, and I'll take that with a grain of salt because I don't know the man. But all I know is that as a producer, time and time again, he could probably use his power not for good. He did not have any good boundaries with any of his co-stars. He was always hugging up on them. He was always grabbing them. He was always touching them. And those are kids, man. Those are kids. No matter, even if you're trying to be friendly, you gotta know the boundaries. That is somebody's daughter. That is somebody's little daughter. You are not supposed to be grabbing onto them, being in a hot tub with them. Just you are a grown ass man, bro. You're a grown ass man. No matter what, even if it's all like, even if you think of them as friends, bro, you gotta realize that you can't cross that boundary. No matter what, you're an adult man. If I was a father, I don't care, bro. If I was a father, and a 40-year-old man would be in a hot tub with my 12-year-old daughter, 16-year-old daughter, my nigga, that shit is weird. Straight up, I don't care how innocent it might seem. That shit's weird, bro. And Dan Schneider would put himself in those positions. So that's where his abuse of power comes. But I'm not gonna lie and say that he sexually assaulted them, because he didn't. At least not in the court of law he did, and no one has came out and said that he did. So he's innocent of that. But yeah, he's a weirdo. I'll say that. He is a weirdo. But that pretty much wraps up this yap sesh, boys. Make sure, bro, that y'all don't fucking get touched by these niggas, bro. Like, real talk. Like, people are weirdos, bro. Like, people are sending fucking nudes from email. That shit is absolutely diabolical, bro. Jason Handy, bro. Like, send that nigga to prison, bro. Like, I hope he's still in prison, bro. Like, I know he got that shit caught up, but send that nigga to prison, bro. Real talk. Like, just real talk, bro. But like I said, that wraps up this video, bro. I've been hoodz, and remember,
Come on, Dan Schneider, man. You like feet, man? Come on, man. I mean, we saw the quiet on set. We saw it, man. Come on, Dan Schneider. Feet. Yeah, you said with feet, man. Making all these people do all this weird stuff, man. Come on. See, as a kid watching that, I understand. But I understand. You weird, Dan Schneider.
You ruined my childhood, man.
You weird, man. Making cat do the potato. You know what I'm saying? Splashing what? Yeah, first. Splashing water on her face. Come on, man. Yeah, let me see like this.